there's anything I think we all can agree on, it has to be that there's just too much damn distraction out there. Technology pulling us into anything we want to stream, salacious stories catching our attention, new gadgets, restaurants that opened up. It's endless. And I just named some of the fun things. There's simultaneously never enough time in the day for basic human tasks: cooking, eating, exercising, making money. All of those things seem to just disappear our time all too easily. We're always at a deficit. Why that is certainly a cocktail of causes that's better summed up as the age of complexity, which doesn't help anybody going through it. So instead of breaking down what that exactly means and how we got here, that's all a bit too difficult of a task, and I don't know where we'd be in the other end of it. So instead, I'm going to leave you listening with a potential path out of it, or at least in part. All of these struggles and distractions today will undoubtedly mean there's some or large items that you're not learning, encouraging, building into your life that you really desperately want to. Things that would help you feel fulfilled. Things that you've been intending to for some time. All of those things that we have abandoned. We've all done this. Whether it's learning an instrument, reading more, picking up a language, exercising, cooking. Whatever it is, that's the thing you keep telling yourself you're going to do, but you just haven't. When we go about doing those things, the things that we reach for, the things we want to get fulfilled with, we all benefit from just buckling down and doing it. But we also, near all of us, struggle with executing it, myself included. I struggled sitting down to write what I'm reading or talking into the microphone. But I have found a little trick that has bode me extremely well in my life that I want to share. It's simple, and it's something you do every day. Let's start first with what you want to learn or habit you want to start. Whatever it is, bring it to your mind. What's that thing you keep wanting to do? Now, sit for a second. Run through a typical day for you, end to end. Work day, weekend, go through it all. When do you have the least friction, the least things standing in your way for you to actually do that thing that came to mind? When would you be most motivated? When would it be easy to sit down and do that? Maybe not even easy. When would it be the most likely to happen? Is it still hard? Okay, let me tell you one more hack. You can always control two things in your life. What you do right when you wake up and what you do right before you go to bed. Can you find some time before? Because all of this is only going to take 10 minutes. Do you have 10 minutes after you wake up? Do you have 10 minutes? Can you wait to go to bed 10 more minutes? Okay, now that you have a time sorted out, think about all you need in place for you to do this thing. Is it drawing? You're going to need a flat surface. You're going to need some pens. Is it music? You'll need your instrument available. Is it exercising? You'll need a clear space, enough for a mat, whatever it is. Think about all you would actually need to do the thing. Now ask yourself, when can you set up the space? This is all only going to take 10 minutes. Can you take 10 minutes today, tomorrow? Commit today or tomorrow. Can you take 10 minutes to set up the space for you to be able to walk right into it and start going? Maybe it'll take several days to do that. It's okay. Take 10 minutes today. Start doing it. Commit to it. Find the time. Force the rhythm. Set it up. It's okay. It's okay that you haven't started yet. You just need to get the motion. And here's the thing. Set up the space. Do the task. When you're done, don't put anything away. Keep everything out. Putting it away is only going to increase the friction of actually doing the thing. So leave it out. I had a guitar teacher, and one time his friend was over at his house when I came for a lesson. And his friend gave me some amazing unsolicited advice. He asked me, "You like playing guitar?" And I said, yeah, I love it. He goes, you want to play it the rest of your life? And I think, it's a stupid question. Of course I do. He goes, okay. Put a guitar in every room. Trip over guitars. Put it on your bed. Make it so that every place has a guitar, so it's easy for you to pick it up and start playing. Because the second you put it in a case is the second you haven't played in a month. So make it so it's easy for you to pick up and play. Make it so you're tripping over it. Because here's the thing, you have to force discipline. That's what comes next. But make it easy on yourself. Discipline makes it seem like it's this hard thing. No. It should be making it easy. Discipline is about setting the conditions for you to succeed, not always about grinding your teeth to do it. Because this is the thing that all these motivational self-help advocates aren't going to say, is you need some type of discipline before you get self-improvement. And the only way you could do that is just by fucking doing it. So just start being disciplined. Take 10 minutes, take some time, and be kind to yourself. Kick yourself in the ass if you need it in order to get moving, but be kind to yourself before. Be kind to yourself after. Because you're not going to wake up and just start doing everything easily. But you're going to start doing this thing each day. You can find 10 minutes, and every day, no time off, for 10 minutes, you're going to walk in there and you're going to do it. It doesn't matter if you break from the ideal time once or twice, or if you show up for 10 minutes and you suck. It doesn't matter. All that matters right now is that you're showing up. You're building momentum. When you're sitting down and you know what you're going to do, if you want to draw or whatever it may be, don't make the task huge. Don't say you're going to finish the book tonight. Don't say you're going to finish 2 chapters tonight. Break it up into digestible bites, small bites, but show up each day and clock in. Clock in for 10 minutes. Even the most busy person, grinding out at work all day long, has a possible amount of time. Take a shorter time in the bathroom. Scroll less. Hey, even get 10 minutes less of sleep. It won't be noticeable compared to putting in the effort and staying disciplined. You're going to start to notice something when you start doing this for a few days in a row, is you will need to really force yourself to get into it. An object in motion will stay in motion, but an object at rest will do anything to stay at rest. The laws of physics apply to building a habit too. If you're starting out, you won't want to get moving. Expect this. Don't tell yourself that you just got to get moving. Expect you're not going to want to move. Expect it won't want to happen, and instead plan for it. Plan to encourage yourself throughout your day. Plan to visualize you doing the task before you get there. Plan to have an answer for you if someone will ask you something. If someone will try to take you away from it. If another thought will come up, if another stressor, have a plan to tell yourself to keep doing it, to find that 10 minutes. And if you know that there will be something that will tempt you, know that that discipline to keep something going isn't easy. Expect to have to work harder in the beginning. But know also that will get easier. What will start to happen after about day 10, likely even sooner, is the ball will be rolling and it will be easier to make sure that you hit that 10 minutes the next day. If you miss one day, never let it be 2 in a row. And if it is, drop what you're doing as soon as you can and hit that 10 minutes. Don't allow a few days to slip, because slipping becomes sliding out of the habit. If it does occur, take time and reevaluate it. Is this something that you really want to do? As you're not committed to yourself enough to do it. Is there something that's stopping you? What's stopping you? Can you make it easy on yourself? Once again, make it easy for yourself to be disciplined. Visualize it. Talk yourself through why you're not doing it. Talk to yourself throughout the day. And if it isn't working, instead think, is there something else you think you'd be more inclined to do? If so, swap out these 10 minutes for that. Because once you build, it's going to be easier. Don't give up on building a habit. Don't give up on building a habit. Maybe you have to just change which habit you build first. Either way, stick with trying. Because around the time you start feeling the ball in motion, you'll also start feeling the real time bend that occurs that makes this whole thing a real trick. See, 10 minutes a day may not feel like all that much. It's 600 seconds. But when you make sure it has become a daily habit, that 10 minutes will start to occur within your subconscious as well. You start to find yourself thinking about it before you even sit down. You'll learn how to think within this new skill, if it's whatever it is, which ends up doubling that time you sit down. Then even more and more and more, because when you do that 10 minutes again, not only are you picking up where you left off, but you also have what's been coming to mind since you were there last, what you've been thinking about throughout your day. This is a good point to say, making sure that you aren't breaking this task into manageable things, not expecting it to take on more than what it can fit into that time window. Because here's the other thing. There'll be times when you're really feeling it and you're going to want to stay up all night. Discipline comes in here too. If you can go longer than 10 minutes, by all means do it. But don't have that cascade into such a time that now your next day you're tired, you're not being yourself. Or maybe you've blown off a whole other set of occurrences and now you're rushing throughout the rest of your day. The discipline also comes in making sure you stop, making sure that you find a good place to pause. Because it will come back. The habit is in motion. You can't fit everything in a day. Nothing is done in a day. And if you're telling me, well, I can't do this in 10 minutes. I can't take out acrylics and make a color palette in 10 minutes. But you know what? There are watercolors. You can do watercolors in 10 minutes if you leave yourself a station. Maybe that station's a pain to leave a dedicated space to. But that pain in the ass, though, is also a good thing. That pain in the ass is going to make sure that you do it. To make sure that I play guitar in a day, I've left the guitar on my couch. So when I came down in the morning, it was right there staring me in the face. I've even left it on my bed when I left for work, knowing when I got home, I'd have to move it in order to get to bed. And why not diddle on it for a few minutes before dozing off? Because sometimes that's all I had. I came home and I just wanted it to crash. But it was also a great way to relax. It took me out of myself for a moment. So reduce the friction to get you there easily. Start the task. But make ignoring the task a pain in your ass to give you the friction back. Friction goes both ways. Make it easy for yourself to start, but sometimes make it hard for yourself to ignore. You want to start running? Make the shoes being a place you trip over. Want to read more? Put the television remote or your phone charger underneath the book. Trigger it for yourself and make that trigger hard to pass up. The discipline will still need to be there to complete the task, but help yourself in every way possible. Maybe one day get the setup ready to make it easier. Take multiple days. This all is just more ways that can practice the habit. Set it up and get the thing ready for you. Because here's the thing, the years will pass. You will fill up your day with many, many minutes of useless things you will never remember and endeavors you will loathe. But make the effort to put 10 minutes towards something that you want to do, something to better yourself, something to make you feel more fulfilled. Connect us with what we are to be a fucking human. Because the years will pass, the time will pass. Way more than 600 seconds is going to pass you up. Your life is going to be passing in a blink of an eye before you realize. And here's the thing, if you build up one 600-second habit, you'll come through on the other side of 1 year, better at what you set out to do. And you want to know something else? By the end of the year, I can guarantee you, you will end up spending more than 10 minutes on it many days. You'll find more time because you've built the habit and are thinking about it more. You're enjoying it more. But each day, you still got to get on that horse. 600 seconds in, keeping it fresh, keeping it in motion. I'll guarantee you something else too. By the end of that year, you'll start to notice that you're able to do many changes in your life for yourself too. We're complex beings. Our lives are complex systems. This will only be one step towards getting you more of what you want, but it's going to affect everything. The discipline and habit you've built by practicing that language of Duolingo or drawing in a book will directly apply to any number of aspects of your personal, professional, or even love life. A year is so many minutes, and many years pass by before we even pay attention to it. March into the years ahead with something to show for it, something to better yourself with. Each day, 600 seconds at a time.